The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The drive-through COVID-19 vaccination at the Quirino Grandstand is set to end its operations following the downtrend in the number of cases, or rather following the downtrend of number of vaccinees. JC Cosico tells us more in this report.
What used to be long queues of vehicles have now turned to almost none at the Quirino Grandstand, where a drive-through COVID-19 vaccination is being held. After more than 5 months of operations, the number of vaccinees has started to wane. In fact, data shows almost 5,000 individuals were only vaccinated at the site last month, a far cry from over 35,000 in January. This is why Manila's local government has decided to halt its operations by June 7.
Since madami naman tayong other vaccination sites, like yung mga 44 health centers natin, yung 6 district hospitals natin, yung mga schools, and then may mga mall sites pa tayo. Siguro pwede nang masarado yung drive-thru natin.
For some vaccinees who took the opportunity to have themselves boosted before the last day, the drive-thru site was convenient.
Para maiwasan din po natin yung mga ganong, yung mga ngayon po mga variant na bagong lumalabas. So, mas mabuti pong healthy yung katawan. At least dito nakasasakyan ka na pipila ka lang ng konti.
Sobrang convenient. Kahit priority lane ako, walang pila talaga, tapos may Pfizer pa.
Aside from vaccination, the drive-thru swab test will also cease operations.
Para po magamit na ng mga event. Dahil mahalaga daw po yung mga event na gagawin nila sa Luneta.
With this, authorities now call on the public to get vaccinated at other inoculation sites.
Yun yung magpapadagdag protection sa kanila para hindi sila malagay dun sa worst case scenario, just in case na infect na sila ng COVID.
Overall, more than 1.7 million individuals were jabbed against COVID-19 across the city. For News 5, JC Cosico, we are One News.
Meanwhile, the health department warns that there may be operational implications if the COVID-19 state of emergency is lifted. Speaking to the big story, Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergeres said the state of emergency allows for the use of vaccines and drugs under the emergency use authorization. She added that they will have to wait for cases to stabilize before recommending the possible lifting of the state of emergency.
Declaration of state of calamity, we can use our vaccines under EUA and also the other drugs that we use for COVID-19. Also for the procurement of these different commodities that we have right now, we base it on the state of calamity proclamation and the different policies attached to that. So there are operational implications as well. So this is being discussed right now, and maybe we can be able to recommend once the trend of cases would stabilize and we can really see the true picture.
Vergeres also said that new Omicron sub-variants and low booster turnouts have to be considered before lifting the state of emergency. She warned that cases may surge up to 7,000 per day if the booster coverage remains low.
Based from our projections, we will have a peak of cases towards the end of July and maybe early August if this continues on. If there is still waning immunity, meaning that we will maintain this very slow pace of booster shots here in the country, we will see around 7,000 plus cases, average daily cases.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The National Transport Coalition is set to file a transport agenda to President-elect Bongbong Marcos. In a press conference, Piston President Modi Floranda said some pressing issues will be addressed in the agenda. These include the government's controversial Public Utility Vehicle Modernization Program and excise tax. Floranda said they hope that Marcos Jr. will fulfill his promise to improve the transport system in the country.
Nagkakaisa na ibasura yung usapin ng bugus at huwad na modernization sa ilalim ng balangkas ng 2017-011. Magkaiba yung pamasahe ng modernized na mga minibus sa pamasahe ng traditional of jeepney. Dahil kung sa ngayon ay 11 pesos yan, at meron silang 2 pesos per kilometers na additional, ang jeep po ay nananatiling 7 na piso at 140 naman per kilometers. Pero sa panahon na ito ay nawala yung ating mga traditional jeepney, batay doon sa pag-aaral ng DBP ay magiging 25 pesos yung kanyang minimum at meron siyang succeeding na 3 pesos per kilometers. Ano epekto nito sa ating mga pasahero, sa ating mga mamamayan? Ay magdudulot ito ng dagdag pahirap.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The inauguration of Vice President-elect Sara Duterte in Davao City will be open to the public on June 19. Her camp said free rides to San Pedro Square will be also provided to those who want to attend the event. A concert with at least 40 entertainment artists will follow after the oath-taking. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says over 700 cases of monkeypox have been recorded worldwide. Of this number, 21 were logged in the United States. The CDC noted, though, that all patients are either in recovery or have already recovered, and no cases have been fatal. And motorists should brace for another big-time oil price hike. Unioil projects that prices of diesel would increase by up to 6 pesos and 50 centavos per liter next week. Gasoline prices are likewise expected to rise by up to 2 pesos and 70 centavos. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.